Footnotes from the Life Application Study Bible. About 15 years before Jesus was born in 20 BC, Herod the Great began to remodel and rebuild the temple, which had stood for nearly 500 years, since the days of Ezra. Herod made the temple one of the most beautiful buildings in Jerusalem, not to honor God, but to appease the Jews whom he ruled. The magnificent building project was not completely finished until AD 64. Jesus' prophecy that not one stone would be left on another was fulfilled in AD 70, when the Romans completely destroyed the temple and the entire city of Jerusalem. The disciples wanted to know when the temple would be destroyed. Jesus gave them a prophetic picture of that time, which included some of the events leading up to it. He also talked about future events connected with his return to earth to judge all people. Jesus predicted both near and distant events without putting them in chronological order. Some of the disciples would live to see the destruction of Jerusalem in AD 70. This event would assure them that everything else Jesus predicted would also happen. Jesus warned his followers about the future so that they could learn how to live in the present. Many predictions Jesus made in this passage have not yet been fulfilled. He did not make them so that we would guess when they might be fulfilled, but to help us to be spiritually alert and prepared at all times as we wait for his return. The Mount of Olives rises above Jerusalem to the east. From its slopes, a person can look down onto the city and see the temple. Zechariah, in chapter 14, verses 1 through 4, predicts that the Messiah will stand on this very mountain when he returns to set up his eternal kingdom. What are the signs of the end times? Since Jesus' resurrection, people in every generation have claimed to know exactly when he would return. No one has been right yet. However, because Jesus will return on God's timetable, not ours. Jesus predicted that before his return, many believers would be misled by false teachers claiming to have revelations from God. According to Scripture, one clear sign of Jesus' return will be his unmistakable appearance in the clouds, which will be seen by all people. In other words, you do not have to wonder whether a certain person is the Messiah or whether these are the end times. When Jesus returns, you will know beyond a doubt, because it will be evident to everyone. Beware of groups who claim to have special knowledge about his return, because no one knows when that time will be. Be cautious about saying, "This is it," but also be bold in your commitment to have your heart and life ready. For though we don't know when Jesus will return, his return is certain.